Hey, I'm Joe with RevZilla, and today we're taking a look at the Acerbis X-Seat, available at RevZilla.com. So Acerbis is an Italian company that's been around since 1973. They produce a wide range of products for sports and motorsports throughout that time. They offer a huge range of Acerbis products for mainly dirt bikes. So what we have here is a dirt bike seat that's aimed more at the competition end of dirt bike riding versus the comfort end. This seat has been very controversial on my recent rides, so we'll get into some of those details in just a second. But be sure to enter your bike into RevZilla's Bike Finder with your year, make, and model to see what options we have for your machine. Now, as far as pricing goes, you're looking at around $160 to $200 for the seat, but don't forget RevZilla does offer that price match policy if you do find them for less elsewhere. Obviously, this seat looks very unique. So I've been running this on my personal. I have a KTM 250 XCW that I've been running with this seat on it. And I've done a dual sport, a hare scramble, and an enduro, and a few fun rides on it. So I probably have about 300 to 400 miles on it at this point. And I personally really like it. Now, some of my friends have tried this seat and they feel differently. If anything, it's a really good conversation piece. People check it out and they look at it and they think it's really wild. But overall, I'm really impressed with it. I like how it works on my motorcycle. I find that with the grip of the seat, with this pattern, I don't have to hold myself onto the bike as firmly when I'm riding aggressively. Now, I did a 125-mile dual sport ride, and a lot of that was technical hard riding where I was standing a bunch, but during those transfer sections where I was sitting on the pavement, I found that it wasn't so bad. I like how the groove is cut out in the center, which relieves pressure from your tailbone. And then, of course, these really aggressive grip ribs in the back aren't really where you're sitting when you're in those transfer stages. The grip on the seat here actually helps more when you're accelerating or when you're trying to get started on a climb. I found it really advantageous when I got stuck on hard climbs and I had to get restarted again, and I could just plant my seat on the back of the seat and work the clutch and get the bike out of those technical situations without the seat sliding out from underneath of me. And up here, there's some ribs here which really help with cornering and braking. So I do really like the pattern. I like the shape. I've been really impressed with it. Other than the looks and the shape, obviously, there's some other things to consider. Now, with a traditional seat, it's just a slab of foam with a cover over it. So that cover can slip and move around. It can get punctured and let water in. That's not the case with this. The seat foam itself is actually all one piece. There's no cover. So I kind of think it's made like how a loaf of bread would be, so it has kind of a crust on the outside and then the foam is down on the inside. So as you can see underneath on the seat pan, no staples, there's no foam, there's nothing here that's going to soak up a bunch of water. So it's a waterproof seat. You could blast it with a pressure washer and no water is going to get into the foam and waterlog it. One thing that Acerbis claimed was that this seat is lighter than stock. I found that not to be the case. I weighed the KTM stock seat versus this one and one for our Honda here, and the X seat was a little bit heavier. Not huge differences, but for Acerbis to put that on the package, it might be a little bit of a stretch. But overall, installation is just as you would expect. Most bikes are only 1 or 2 bolts to get them on, so 5 to 10 minutes installation overall max. The other thing that's cool is that obviously we have one for a Honda, one for a Kawasaki, and one for a KTM here. There's a bunch of different color options available. So it comes with the seat pan that you could kind of see poking out here, and then the seat itself. So there's a ton of different color options. So it really helps bling out the bike. I really dig how it looks on my machine, and of course the performance to back it up is cool. Maybe if you have a buddy that has one, give it a chance, ride it around, see what you think about it. I have a buddy who did a race on one and he hated it and took it right off. But overall, maybe it's just a polarizing part for a dirt bike. But I like it personally. I'm going to keep it on my machine and keep blasting it. It's really holding up nicely. We'll have some video footage of that bike so you can see how it's worn in after 400 or so miles. It really doesn't show any wear. Overall, cool product from Acerbis. I dig it. But if you'd like to see what other riders have to say about it, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device. And as always, if you have any questions about this or anything else you see on our website, give our Gear Geeks a shout at 877-792-9455 or shoot an email to cs@revzilla.com. Thanks for watching our video today about the Acerbis X-Seat. I'm Joe, and I'll see you next time.